I'm Lily.
And I'm Kiev. And
welcome to the portal of our minds.
I call upon all my angels of light. No darkness is allowed. I call upon my higher self, my spirit guide. I banish all darkness and negative energy. You are no longer allowed to be in this room at all. Only light, only angels. Be here for our twin flameism. Hey guys, and welcome back to another piece of our minds. And today what we have for you is twin flame and how to tell if you have one or how to find one. Dun dun dun.
How to recognize.
Twin
how to
flame.
recognize.
What is a twin flame?
Okay.
If you guys don't know, we're twin flames.
This is coming from our experience. So first of all, I already been know we were twin flames for like 2 years. And then I told him like 5 months ago, and then we're like, oh my god.
And we started putting the puzzle pieces together after doing our research of what they are, and it made so much sense. Just immediate. I don't want to spoil anything.
Well, I mean, with that being said,
let's begin. Moving in to number one.
So the first thing is the immediate click, the immediate connection, the feeling of just feeling at home with that person. So, you know, when you meet someone and it's like awkward, or you guys just aren't really vibing, or like it's just like you're trying to think of what to say next.
That's not how it is with your twin flame.
That's not your twin flame, baby.
When you get with your twin flame, before you know it, you've talked to them for the first time, immediately snap, connection, oop, 5 bars. 5 bars of a connection.
5
received.
Bars. Yeah, that's perfect.
Lock that down quick.
He did. But I was gonna add one more thing to that. I can't remember.
Moving on to number 2. What we have today for number 2 is the relationship tends to come and go. Not, oh, break up for a week, get back together the next week. Break up for another week, get together. It's not like that. It literally means that at one point or another, when you first met that person, you guys, boom, instantly, you knew there was a connection. Eventually, you guys fell out.
It's just, it can be too intense sometimes.
It can. And there's always one person who's the runner, who's always kind of pushing away from the situation, being like, this is too much, or is this really what love feels like? And that was kind of was me.
That was him.
I wasn't sure. I didn't know what real love was. It was unnatural to me at first because I didn't understand it.
So this is our 3rd go and our last go. We are engaged now. But for the first 2 times, it was me that ended it because I just felt it just wasn't time. And it was so funny because I used to have this recurring dream back when we were dating in high school, and I've already told him about it. And the dream, I've had this dream like maybe 5 times. And he was a baby, and I was like shaking him, and I was like, Kim, I know you're in there, Kim. And he was just like,
like a baby.
Like a baby. And like literally, since we got back together like 6 months ago, something like that, it literally feels like I woke the baby up. Like, that's what it feels like.
The big old baby's woken up.
And our first relationship, the first time we got together, it lasted 3 months. We got back together 2 years later, or 3 years later, and it lasted 3 months again. And then 3 years later again, we're back together, and so far it's been like 6 months.
Yes.
So,
and it's gonna
past that 3-month barrier.
80 years.
And now it's gonna be 100.
100.
No, I don't want to live to be 100. And
I'd like to live to be 100 with you.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
Let's do it
then.
Ready to live to 100.
I'll live to 100 then.
But yeah, number 2 is like bounce back and forth, back and forth. And it usually only tends to go around 3 rounds of that, and then you kind of hit that switch. It's like what like how it felt for me. There was a certain instance of situation I was put in where I felt a click. It literally physically felt like there was a click in my heart. And it was like, boom. It was like a snap. And then immediately was flooded with these emotions and feelings of just how I truly, truly felt about her, that emotions I was keeping suppressed, that didn't know I was keeping suppressed, but it made me really appreciate the entirety of like us and our friendship and being there for each other and what she's done for me and what I've done for her. And it kind of just clicked, and I was like, yo, there's like, I've never experienced anything like this before. And it's amazing.
Well, that kind of dives right into number 3, which is spiritual expansion. So when you meet your twin flame, your spiritual side just boo, because like they do crack you open. Like they will
break out your
bring
human
your emotions out, and your ego dissipates. When you find your twin flame, your ego dissipates. There's no one that you're trying to impress, because you're each other's mirror. Like that's exactly, like you're good. Like you don't have to try so hard to like do this and do this and do that. Well, obviously still have to try hard in a sense.
Of course.
But you know what I mean, right?
Like it comes so naturally and greasily that like
this person is home. This person is a piece of you.
This person is your best friend.
Yes.
This person is your love. Your mentor.
Yes, your therapist, your everything. Like this person is
literally your everything.
It's cute because we're talking about each other.
Yeah.
But also explaining what it is, you know?
It's just that the feeling of unfiltered 100% love is just so amazing. And you can be yourself so much. It's like,
I always thought like you should never be with someone unless you can 100% be your complete raw self. Like
if you have to walk on eggshells, it's not for you. That's not a relationship you should be in.
Nope. Not
you shouldn't have to walk it, especially if you're trying to find someone for the rest of your life. You shouldn't have to find someone, oh, there's this one major thing that makes me walk on eggshells around them for 5 years we've been together. Why? Sounds kind of miserable to me. I'm sorry, but moving on to number 4. They are your perfect mirror. They're also your perfect match, but your perfect match is your soulmate, which is something different.
Your soulmate, it would be like your yin to your yang.
Yes.
But twin flames are like they're the same. You guys have this when it comes to eating, same eating habits. Like you're not gonna have to force them. Not like saying you have to force people to be like you, but like when you guys click and get together, it's like a lot of the stuff you do, you guys it's naturally comes. Like you naturally love doing the same stuff together without even really talking about it. It's just they're your best friend. You guys, you're not gonna have to force anything. Your soulmate, so I'll clear this up real quick. Your soulmate is so much different than your twin flame, because when you have a twin flame, you just have one twin flame. You only have one other twin flame. But with soulmates, you have hundreds of soulmates, and your soulmates can be your mom, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your daughter, your son. Like your soulmates,
your dog.
They're not always they're not always like the love of your life, you know? And even twin flames, just because you found your twin flame also doesn't necessarily mean that like you're meant to be together forever. Like, yes, they are your perfect mirror, but these are the most challenging relationships, and you may not be ready for them in this lifetime, like in your lifetime that you're in now. Like they work out. They work out when when you're ready. Like you have to be physically, mentally, emotionally ready for this relationship.
Most definitely.
It is beautiful though. It really is beautiful. I mean, I think we went through our trials and errors early on in life, which I'm so glad about, because we're still so young and we found each other and we can finally.
And we've already
like
gone through our fair share of like trauma as far as like relationships go, just like internal challenges and stuff that we've had to face. And like you literally, when you're with your twin flame, you open up. There's no boundaries. Nothing can be hidden. There's no secrets. Like
that goes right into number 5.
Number 5.
I'd be doing that. I'd be going like that. Number 5, which is you can't lie. You literally can't lie.
Like I can read her like a mother book. I'm talking about like turning pages. She'll literally something will pass through her mind, not even related to like what we're doing, and I could just immediately tell that something's off just by like maybe a slight eyebrow drops down or something like that. Like I know.
It's not even that. It's just like we don't even have to be looking at each other. I could be facing the complete other way and I'll be like, what's wrong? And it'll be like the second something negative crossed my mind. I'll be like, what happened? What's going on? And I'm just like, okay, I'm uncomfortable. I'm kidding. No, but it has gotten to the point where we've read each other's minds so intensely that I was like, okay, I kind of want to like put a lot, like this was before we got together actually, but there was a time when we were reading each other's mind, or he was reading my mind mainly. And it got to the point where it was uncomfortable because I was like, I feel like every thought I think is just going out of the air and like you're reading it. Like it's not cool. Like, can you
like
stop?
An open book.
Like an open book.
Is it this?
Literally.
And you'd be like, how do you know?
Yeah,
like,
literally like what?
Sorry, I can just read people really, really well, but I can read you really, 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 really well.
Well, it's also 7 years of relationship right there too.
True.
At the same time, once you spend a lot of years with each other, obviously it becomes easier to read each other.
Most
definitely. With this twin flame relationship, it's definitely something else. It is something else, especially if you're both empaths. Which, if one of you is an empath, the other one of you is gonna be an empath too, because you're mirrors in each other.
You don't hide anything. Another thing, like about a twin flame relationship, it breaks down all barriers, all programs, even like especially for males when it comes to not showing your emotions. When it comes to that, like that goes out the door. You're able to like, I can tell her anything regardless of how it makes me feel, and she'll listen, talk to me about it, try to help me make me feel better, help me do that shadow work to figure out what's been bugging me. And it just makes me feel a whole lot better. Like, there's no other person in the world I'd rather go to talk about stuff than her. Like,
And I actually just read this thing today. It's not included in my 5 reasons or 5 ways to know, but it said that like their friends are your friends and your friends are their friends. And I never thought of that, but that's literally how it is. Every single one of his friends, well, not every single one, obviously, but like we grew up with the same friend groups. Like all my friends know him, all his friends know me. We all click, we all hang. Like,
yeah,
it's all cool. Like, that's a twin flame relationship, right there.
This is legitimately my ride or die.
Legitness.
That was legitness. If you think you found your twin flame, or you may have an idea, or you're with your twin flame, let us know in the comments.
We love to hear stories.
Especially your love stories.
Or if you have anything to add, we would love to hear it.
Yes, yes, yes. And with that being said, we love you guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Love you guys.
I want to get in the heart.